All right, Mr. Gubino here. We're going to be talking about intersecting chords in a circle. So we're going to look at the parts, and if you notice when you have two chords, which are basically segments, and they intersect each other within a circle, has to be a circle, they're going to have a special property. So let's get right into the notes here. So segment lengths in circles. So the first part, when two chords intersect in a circle, each chord is divided into two segments, which are called intersecting chords. Chord parts, excuse me. The following property gives a relationship between the lengths of these four segments that are formed. So, if two chords intersect on the interior of a circle, so we have chord FG and EB intersecting, and they both intersect at point H. H is not necessarily a midpoint. If you notice, these are 6 and 4. This is 3 and 8. There is a special property that goes along with this. The product of the lengths of the segments of one chord, so where one chord is cut, is equal to the product of the lengths of the other segments of the other chord. So if H is the intersection of all of them, you notice that H occurs in each of them. Now, what happens is we look at FH, which is this one. All right, that was interesting. Oh, there's Mr. Beck chiming in. All right, so here we go. So where were we? The product of the lengths of the chords of one chord is equal to the lengths of the other. So this chord, FH is broken up. It is broken up by H to G. So these two are going to multiply together, and they are going to give us these two multiply together. So those two are going to be equal. All right, so pretty self-explanatory. If GH is 3 and FH is 8, then GF or GH times HF is 24. All right, one more interruption and I'm going to go crazy. I'm kidding. So BH, B to H, this segment, the purple one, so purple times blue, I didn't color code, purple times blue is going to be the same. So EH times BH, EH times BH is going to equal 24. And then FH, which is 8, and GH, which is 3, is going to multiply together to give you 24. So pretty much that's the lesson for today. So anytime that you have it, so the product, here's a nutshell, product of parts of a chord is equal to the product of the parts of the other chord. Now, they must intersect. Okay, so they have to intersect. All right, let's take a look at these two examples down here. Here we have two chords. We have chord, we have BE, and we have AC, and they intersect at point D. So what is going to happen is we're going to have BE and AC. We're going to break up this, so B and E, we're going to multiply. So our intersection point is D. We're going to break up A and C with D as well. So again, what happens is, I'll go red and, so you have BD and DE, which makes up BE, is going to multiply together to get CD times AD. All right, so now you're just going to plug in points. So BD is x, DE is 5, AD is 4, DC is 4. So 5 times x, or x times 5, is 5x. 4 times 4 is 16. Divide by 5. And again, we can leave it just like that. I'm not changing it into a decimal. I don't need to, because that is a very acceptable answer on my standard. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at this one. So LN, chord LN, is broken up into two parts, LQ and NQ. And we have the other chord, KM, and that's broken up into KQ and MQ. And we're going to multiply those parts together. So LQ is 3x, NQ is 2, KQ is 3, and MQ is 8. So if I do the little multiplication, 3x times 2 is 6x, 3 times 8 is 24, divide by 6, x is equal to 4. So if I plug that back in, this would be 3 times 4, or this would be 12, just to make sure. 3 times 12 is 24, 2 times 12 is 24, 3 times 8 is 24 as well. All right, so that's the notes. So once you have this, this is going to be your assignment for tonight, or for today, or whenever you're doing it. You'll also have your last scavenger hunt. It's not going to be a long one. It's going to be a couple objects, three-dimensional objects, because we're going to kind of look at three-dimensional objects, areas, and that sort. So for this, there's no labels. So let's go back to this. There's no labels on here. We have 16 and 9, so we're going to take 16 times 9, and we're going to go 8 times x. So 16 times 9, you might need a calculator for that. That's 144, equal to 8x. I'm going to divide by 8. So 144 divided by 8. Now, that's acceptable, but in some cases, you may not want to leave it in that form. I think you can reduce that down into 18, I do believe. Okay, so finish that worksheet out, and we'll go from there. All right, so once again, you have this to do, this video to watch, the notes to fill in, and you'll probably have a Delta Math. I do believe I'll have a Delta Math and or a quizzes, so just pay attention for that. And all right, this is the last Wednesday lesson. So next week, I have no idea what we're doing, but there will be something along the lines of making sure that everything is going well with circles and keeping up on assignments. All right. Take care. We'll talk to you later.